Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, as promised, this is the flip through of my design team project for NevermoreCreations17. That store belongs to Lindsey Zenor, and she has lots of digital kits for you guys, and also digital ephemera packs, which you can order printed or as a digital download. So for this pack, for this design team, I've used I think it's the yellow floral DG pack. I'll list it down below in the description box so you can go check it out. So this is a mini collection. It's a sort of floral, botanical, animal kind of junk journal. So the colors here are more, I guess, more brown, more yellowish kind of. So let's start with okay, let's start with the traveler's notebook. So actually I'll start with this one. So this collection comes with this little pack here, which if you follow my Instagram, you'll see that I've included a sort of a magnifying glass. So inside this little pouch is this, which there's extra fabric here. It's a sari trim. It's green, so it goes with the theme very well. So I've wrapped it up with this one, and on the inside is, ta-da! So this is something I found online, which I thought went really well with the theme. Let's see if it can focus. There we go. So this is a magnifying glass. It's gold, and it's held on by a magnet. So when you close it like that, it just snaps shut. So it's a necklace, but also a magnet. So I guess, when you're doing research for florals and whatnot, you probably need a magnifying glass and things like that. So, which I thought was like, it's pretty cool. So it goes like that. So this comes with this collection. And then you have this extra fabric here, which you can use to embellish your journals with. So I will just set this aside for a moment. I'll put this on this side. Maybe just here, just to frame the video a bit. Okay, so this one, it looks like this on the side and on the top. It's not super embellished like my previous ones on the side. It's slightly thinner as well, I think. So here, whoever who purchases this journal, give me a custom quote or a name or something just to put here. I'll print that out for you and insert that there. So the cover is it's more plain, this one, so just a bit of collaging going on here, a vintage button, vintage stamp and whatnot. And on the inside, here we go. Yeah, so I actually bought this feather like I think last year. I knew I wanted to use it, but I didn't know when, so now is the perfect time. So I've just stuck this on with washi tape, so you can actually take out the feathers if you want. And if you don't want it in here or use it for something else. I've actually left usually I would have a pocket on this side, but I've left this blank as is, just a bit of sequence going on up there, because I really like the background paper of this Tim Holtz, so you can do whatever you want here. I've just left it there because I just really like the pattern there. So over here we've got a vintage postcard, a bit of a bright color here to give more life to the journal. So this one is empty. You can use it to journal on the back, and it's a French postcard, this one. And this is a pocket right there, which you can use, and then some embellishment going on here, some vintage looking buttons. Hold on, just put that there. And then here we go, next page, a bit of collaging going on here. This is actually a post-it, but I just stuck it on there so you can use it to journal on. Then some script, a lot of script stamping going on throughout the journal, just to give that more vintage look to it. This is from a children's book page. And then we've got some poetry page here. And then this is ledger paper. I've recently also just got myself a typewriter, so I've been using a lot of it. So you'll see quotes throughout, so I've just added the word notes in there. You can't really see it. Oh, there we go. And then here we have just a tag here, and then this is an envelope which you can put things inside. Again, I really like the color scheme on this one. I'm not sure if I've done this color scheme. Anyway, this side is a pocket right there. This is a vintage postcard, and this one is of a sort of a tree in the woods. So again, with the botanical theme, this one has gorgeous script on the back and stamps here. And then this one is just a page from the gnomes book that I had. So I really like the splash of color and then the sort of handwriting going on there. And there we go, those are the really cute gnomes. So that's included here. And this is from the Lindsey Zenor's Ephemera pack, which you should check out. There's altogether, I think there's like 5 pages of ephemera in there, so that's a lot of ephemera that you can use. Just print one and could last for a few journals actually. And then here we have a bit of collaging going on, some sequins again with the stamping. This is a sari trim as a fabric tab. So I think with this journal there's lots more space to journal in. I try not to embellish it too much, but yeah. So this is a double pocket. So this is from Lindsey Zenor's kit as well. So you can tuck that in here, and there's another pocket on the back right there. And then this is just a vintage children's English learning book page. So you can use that to journal any part of your journal. And then here we have a vintage looking button, some fabric collaging, and then I just left the string that I've used to go through the button. Yeah, just strands all out today. Yeah, so I really like the fibers on that one. So this is a lace pocket, and then this is a vintage letter that I scanned. I think this is scanned. Yeah, this is scanned. So you can journal on the back. I've distressed it. So, oh, hold on, the papers. So yeah, so as usual, I like to include vintage letters in my journals just to make it look like they're lived in. Okay, I'll sort that out later. Then this is a dictionary page, and then we've got some lace on the bottom, fabric collaging once again, and then this is just the same, I think it's hemp string, I'm not sure, but yeah, I've just stapled this on here just to, it sort of looks like a ribbon, but it's just to give a more 3D effect to the pages. And then like I said, I've gone to town with my typewriter, and what does this one say? Let's see. The flowers take the tears of the weeping last night and give them to the sun for the day's delight. So a lot of floral quotes scattered throughout the whole journal. Then here is a sari trim pocket, and then this is a picture of a little girl. So again, I try to make a story, again inspired by Nazi of Amity Bloom. She has stories that goes on with her journal. So this one, I guess it's a little girl that her journal, not a little girl but a girl, but so this is I guess her when she's young, and this is her book of botanical study or whatnot that she likes to journal in. So that's a pretty cute one, and you can journal on the back. And here we go again. This is more botanical script here. Why is my camera not focusing properly? Yeah, so more botanical. Oh, hold on, sorry guys. So more botanical script here, and then I've just added a stamp here and some coffee stains once more. And then this is a butterfly. Again, more quotes here. I won't read out all the quotes, so you'll see it when you get it, but they're all really nice. And then we have a bit of sari trim here that I've just attached here just to sort of, I guess, make it look like what the wings of the butterfly would look like if it was fabric, although the color is not the same, but you get my drift. And then here we've got a few tags. Botanical. This is from Lindsey Zenor's kit as well, so I've just run through them on my Sizzix to cut out this little mini tags. Sorry, excuse me. And then more scripting, and that's the other side of the butterfly page. This one has handwriting here again with the script here. This is from a book, I think it's from the New York Public Library if I'm not mistaken, so I just typed in field notes on the top. Yes. And then this ephemera from her kit, I printed on sort of a tracing vellum paper that people use when they do embroidery, I think. So again, more typewriting here, and then this is really thin paper, so you can actually see through it. So that goes there, and then more quotes on the top. Fairy girl. And then we've got dictionary paper, and this is a vintage postcard right here. Somehow this paper is slightly thinner, so this is a French one. So again, gorgeous writing on the back, and you can see that it's embossed, but initially this wasn't embossed. So guys, if you have you want to achieve that embossed look with your vintage postcard, just to give it something extra special and texture, just run through it through your embossing machine, and it already looks like extra special, don't you think? So, because I've always wanted those embossed postcards, but somehow they're slightly more expensive on eBay. So I decided to just emboss the ones that aren't embossed myself. So, yes. Here we have another of the bird envelope here, so you can write things inside. And then this one is just a pattern paper that I've just folded into an envelope style, so you can sew on to make it an actual envelope, or use it to journal in and leave it as is. So I'm trying to keep my videos not too long, but I might run my mouth again. Okay, so gold fabric tab on the top, and then here fabric collaging with a bit of the string again, this time an actual ribbon. And then another vintage postcard right there. This one is journal on the back. There we go. So this is embossed as well. This is originally embossed. So, and then on the other side, this one is some scribbles on birds and feathers. So I wanted it to look like she really had notes tucked into here. And then this is a pocket that you can put things inside. Oh, my apologies guys, the camera keeps going in and out. Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway, so I'll just put that there. I think it's kind of getting in the way, huh? Alright, so that ledger paper once more, poetry page, children's book page, and then more coffee stains and some washi tape. And then this is the last page, guys. So fabric ruffles with sequins of course. And then yeah, so the back again, I've left it plain because I really like the background and I didn't want to cover it up. So you can still journal on the back of this if you like. And that is the end of the journal. So I will set this one aside and let's pull in the letters. Okay, there we go. Alright, so sorry, maybe I'll just frame it like that. Is that better? Okay, so the letters are held on together like this, so by that string again. And then I've just put in a vintage pin here. It's not actual vintage, but it's inspired. And then when you open her up, so this one's like that. Am I in frame? Yes. Okay, so let's take that away. So we start off with a small mini envelope here. This is printed on tracing paper as well. This is I printed one of the pages of the ephemera pack, and then I've just left it as is and then made it into an envelope. So because the ephemera packs, the images are put 1 to like 9 on a page, so you sort of get, if you cut, you know, where there's 2 images or whatnot, depending on how big your envelope is, you get a mixture of, you know, different images on it. So this one I've just put a vintage stamp here, and then some ink stamp, and then this little birdie here for a bit of a 3D effect. And then on the inside we've got these are from her ephemera packs. So you've got 3 botanical sort of similar pages. I think they're from the same book, so you can journal on the back of that one. So if you want to journal something, you know, mini or tiny, a tiny memory for the day, you can use these. And then this one here, this one is the one that I think I did the most embellishing. So again, cheesecloth, some washi, some sequins, and then these are real vintage stamps that I've stuck on here to make it look like, you know, as authentic as I can. And then on the back, a vintage picture. This is, I think, Tim Holtz. And then this one I tied a ribbon, yeah, and then I use a wax seal on top so it sticks on. So if you can tell, hold on, it's not focusing, sorry guys, it's okay, there we go. So I've actually used a what you call it, a bronze gilding wax on top of the wax seal, so it gives sort of, I don't know if you can see, but in person you can see that it has that gold accents on it. And then on the inside of this one we have, there we go, hold on. So on the inside of this one we have a vintage letter which I scanned and distressed. So you have the address here, so it's scanned back and front, so you have the full effect of the letter. So there we go, which you can use for journaling or as a background for something if you like. And then we've got a image here. I think it's a label, but you can write your memories. You can journal on here as well. And then remember the little girl postcard? Oh no, it was a picture, yes. So this is, I imagine, what she would look like, you know, when she's slightly older. So I've just put her picture in there. Initially I wanted to give her a name and, you know, use my typewriter to put her name here, but I can't figure out a name for her, so maybe I'll do that before I send this out. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you have any idea, you could let me know. So I will put this in back in here. Okay, and then let me frame it. And then on this one, this is the second last envelope. This is an actual vintage envelope. I decided to use one for my collection because why not? So these are all, you know, actual calligraphy on it. I've just used the distressing on the side to give it slightly older look, so the stamps are still there, the calligraphy is still there, and then I've just added a wax seal there. This is one of my favorite wax seals that I got. This is a key. And then on the inside of this one we have some pattern papers that you can use to journal. So we've got different shapes kind of, and then we've got this one, and then this is an extra bit from the Tim Holtz one that has the yellow flowers here, and then this one as well, you can journal on the back. Let me put this back. So that one goes inside this one here. So I really love how clean these envelopes are. And then let me put this here. And finally, the last envelope. This one, you can see the address here. I just randomly looked up an address online, a Paris, France address, and I just typed that in with my typewriter, so it looks like a real letter. And then I've just put a stamp here and then stamped a few of my clear stamps just to look like it's actually been mailed, some embossing, some washi. And then on the back again, wax seal. And then here I've just put my, as you can see, I really went to town with my typewriter, and then I've just like put red October 15 and whatnot. So yes. And then the inside of this one is, so we've got some book pages here. This is from the New York Public Library, so they're of Botanical. So this is printed from coffee stained leisure paper, and then yeah, so you have lines on this one. And then we've got another vintage postcard. This one here is of cherries, just to give a pop of color right there. And then this one is another botanical sort of stamp in postcard, you know, in the woods kind of. Yeah, so there we go. This one is actually written on the postcard, so I thought that was pretty cool. It gave a really nice effect right there. And then also I've recently come across some handkerchiefs. These are actually brand new, but I've coffee stained them to give that vintage look. So I have a few now, so I think my future projects will come with a sort of a handkerchief just to enhance the experience of the junk journal collection. So guys, there we go. That is the flip through of this mini collection. I will list this down in my Etsy. Probably might be before this video goes up, I'm not sure, but yes, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys.